Hey Virgo, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are looking at your person and their energy towards you, as well as, the reality of the situation. Hopefully, seeing those flow together really nicely, of course. But I will just let everybody know if you do leave a comment on one of my videos, you will go in the draw for that free personal reading. I'll be drawing that when we hit our first 100 subscribers. So make sure you like and subscribe to the channel as well. We're getting really close, guys. So thank you so much for all your support so far. But while we're looking at the energy today, we will have the healing light lenormand, and that will be sort of bringing out, your person's feelings, thoughts about you, those sorts of things. And then, like I said, the reality of the situation as well. We do have the Tanis lenormand for that. I also have the Hidden Truth Oracle for some extra messages as well. But getting straight on into it today for you, Virgo. Swear I'm still on holiday time. My brain is just not catching up. Okay, Virgo, your person's energy towards you, Virgo. Okay, and just wanted to, just one more, please. Just one more, Virgo, and your person's energy towards you. Okay. All right, so I did get an extra card, but it's kind of giving me similar, it's just extending the same message. So, firstly, we do have the woman, the feminine energy. Okay, so I don't like to really genderize the cards there, but we do sort of see with the woman, it's somebody coming from, more of an emotional space, quite a nurturing space as well. All those sort of feminine qualities, quite nurturing, loving, but yes, very more so emotional, coming from a heart space rather than a logical space. All right. And that was followed by the tree. Okay. So what we're seeing with that, the tree really does have a lot of, self growth. So once again, we are getting that crossover of that nurturing yourself kind of message. So your person's energy at the moment, Virgo, they are trying to sort of nurture themselves, but it's kind of like they're going through some emotional growth at the moment. So there's something in particular, I feel it's something in particular, that they're experiencing emotionally, that they are trying to sort of nurture and grow as a person, as in order to, maybe love you more, those kinds of things. Because the tree really does sort of, it gives you that opportunity to branch out and, get, build your root system deeper, all those sorts of, image, that sort of imagery where it's like a tree. They build strong roots, strong foundations, emotionally, and then they can grow tall and strong and, grow extra branches. And, it does sort of feel as though, they want, you know, I'm getting a bit of a family vibe. Sometimes it talks about like the family tree as well. So it really does talk about, your person really is in a more emotional side of themselves at the moment, but an aspect where they're trying to grow. And it may be to do with, that they want to grow a family with you. They may want to grow, something to do with family as well. I am getting that family vibe coming through. It may be something that's happened with their family that they're trying to, get some emotional growth, to deal with those sorts of things that may have happened within their family, all that sort of a thing. But what we're sort of seeing next is we do have the birds card. Okay, so the birds, it is sort of talking about a conversation. So it's very likely that your person is actually going, they're wanting to talk to you about this. They really want to communicate with you about this growth that they are going through, and because it's feeling like it's a very sort of personal, emotional growth. So it's kind of feeling like they kind of want your support, in a sense. You know how sometimes when a tree is growing, you need to like have some extra sticks in there to give it that support so that its branches don't collapse. It feels like that's kind of what's going on with your person here emotionally. They do just need a bit of extra support at the moment, and they do really want to ask for some support from you, I feel, while they are experiencing this growth and needing to take a bit of self-care and really nurture themselves emotionally at the moment. So it's kind of like it's going on for them, but it's affecting you, and this is, it's coming towards you in their energy. So it's like, especially in the sense that they do really want to talk to you about that. So it may be something to do with you, something that you can help them with as well. They just want your support, I feel, more than anything. And then when I've asked for an extra card, we have received the sun. Okay, so that is a very happy, positive card. As we see with that tree imagery, you do need the sun, so that that tree can grow, and the leaves can, grab that chlorophyll and whatever, so it is very important for trees to have sunlight, but the sun actually does also mention things like, things coming to light. So we do see that with the birds there, that definitely is some sort of conversation. They really want to bring this to light, whatever's going on for them emotionally, they really want to bring it to light, and maybe reveal something specific to you, about this emotional energy that they're in, and talk it through with you, I feel. But the sun, once again, like I said, it is a very happy card, a very warm card. It does have a lot of happiness there. Okay, so overall, they do have a lot of happiness towards this connection. Okay, so we are definitely seeing, that they are positive towards this connection. It's just they're going through something emotionally, but like in themselves at the moment. And with that tree card, growth is always a lovely thing to see, for anybody. So the best thing you can probably do for their energy at the moment is support them. But we'll see what's coming through into the reality of the connection. Virgo and your person. Reality, please. Okay, and once again, just one more there, please. Just one more there. Virgo and your person, please. Interesting. So, okay. So, firstly, your person does just want to, before we do talk about anything else, and they do, when we're talking about the reality flowing through from the energy that we've just seen, they do kind of want to let you know, first and foremost, I love you, Virgo, and there's nothing that's changing my love for you. It's kind of like, they do have a lot of love for you. That heart there, it usually talks about, like unconditional love and a deep heart space love. All right, so a very romantic feelings kind of love for you. But then they're kind of bringing to my attention that they just want to remind you of that sort of thing first before we talk about the next section. All right, so next we do have the letter, which was actually followed by the coffin. All right. So in the reality here, we do see communication. So, when we did see the birds and the sun there, we definitely are seeing some sort of communication coming through, into reality, which, like I said, the flow through from the energy of the situation and then into reality is always a super positive thing. So we're definitely seeing the communication coming through. We're getting a little bit more detail here, that it is actually in regard to something that has ended for your person, something that, or something that they want to, a cycle that they want to end within the connection. So there may be just something in particular going on, whatever they're sort of revealing to you about their emotional growth. They're wanting to end something in particular, or something has kind of ended for them in particular, because the coffin really does talk about, that death and rebirth. So it does talk about, closing the lid on something. So they're wanting to communicate with you that, I've really closed the lid on that. I've finally gotten closure about whatever it was. Like I said, for some of them, it's something that's happened in their family that they're just still holding on to emotionally, and that's what they're, working through the emotional side of the emotional growth to do with something that's happened. It feels like it's probably a long time ago as well. Um, and it's probably important to note too that the birds sometimes can actually have a side message of like grief and mourning something. So I am getting that coming through now that we've seen the coffin coming out. So I do feel as though it may be something that's happened in the past, that they're just sort of letting you know that, look, I'm finally over that. I finally closed the lid on that, and I'm ready to sort of, move forward into brand new energy. And, I feel as though the only reason I feel like this is why they wanted to remind us of this, because I don't feel as though this is anything, like huge or dramatic or anything like that. I just feel like it's just something that they just haven't, like, it's not that they're, holding back from you or anything like that. It's just something that hasn't come up. Um, and you may not even know about this thing. And that's why the communication cards are coming through so strongly, because it's kind of like something that they've held because it's an emotional thing, all right? And they haven't grown through it until now. They haven't had that emotional growth until now to actually deal with it, all right? And so what we're seeing is that, they're finally dealing with it and moving on, all right? And able to close the lid on that and not allow that to affect them anymore emotionally, all right? Because next we are seeing the sun energy, all right? So once again, we're seeing that happiness coming through, like I said, coming through from the energy to now the reality as well. So definitely a lot of happiness within this connection, and that's after the coffin there too. So it's going to be a very sort of happy time for them to reveal this to you. It is actually going to bring about deeper levels of happiness in some ways. So just because it's the coffin, it doesn't necessarily, it can be a bit of a shocking imagery sort of thing, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's something bad at all. Especially when we do have, the double sun coming through, as well as, that little message of, I still love you. I love you unconditionally, Virgo. So, there's whatever's getting revealed, it's something that actually ultimately will, bring you more happiness in this connection. All right. So I think it'll just bring you guys closer together, to be honest. But we'll have a look at some, most likely outcomes for you here. Most likely outcomes for Virgo with this connection, please. Yeah, so we do see the dog as well as the clouds. Okay, Virgo. So the dog energy, it's really just showing us like a cute little puppy to start with. I actually know a Virgo who's just gotten a cute little puppy that looks so much like that. So there you go. Um, but the dog energy, it really does talk about that loyalty and compassion within this connection. So as an outcome, we are seeing a lot of loyalty. We are seeing a lot of compassion as well. It is the friendship card. So it really does talk about, bringing you guys closer and those sorts of things. So like I did say, when we was looking at your person's energy, I feel like all they need at this time is your support. And that's what this card is all about. It's, as an outcome, it's just letting us know that you guys are going to support each other through all this sort of stuff. All right. And there is a lot of loyalty there between you guys. So beautiful energy to see as an outcome. We also have the clouds there. So the clouds, it's really just reminding us, I feel, to, stay focused on positive thoughts rather than allowing yourself to dwell on anything negative. The clouds really are like, every cloud has a silver lining. So even when things might seem a little bit like exactly like that coffin, even when sometimes things may seem a little bit confronting or intimidating, that really making sure we're keeping our thoughts positive and looking for the silver lining, and being careful not to sort of overthink anything as well. But it does sort of let me know as well, Virgo, that we saw your person's energy. They have that feminine energy with the emotional thing going on. So it's probably quite important for you to actually stay in a more logical mindset at the moment, and put yourself at, think about things logically, and when you're supporting this person, maybe putting the giving them the logic behind their emotions. I feel like that would probably really help your person, okay? So, things like, it's okay to feel sad. If anyone else went through that situation, they would feel sad too. Just giving them support in that manner, but in a logical way, like sadness is normal. That it's logical to understand that other people feel sadness as well. So, but when you are feeling sad, it's an emotion, so bringing the logic into the emotions for your person could be really beneficial to the connection at the moment. All right, but we'll have a look and see what the hidden truth for the connection is. Virgo, hidden truth of this connection, please. Hidden truth of this connection for our Virgos, please. Okay, I want to be more than friends, Virgo. So, they really rely on that friendship, but they, once again, they have a lot of love for you as well. So, but when we do see that card, like, I want to be more than friends, it does let us know that, they want to be friends as well as, okay, so don't forget the friendship side of the connection as well as the romantic side and the physical side, okay? So it's just letting us know to make sure we've got, all our boxes ticked when it comes to all the different types of ships. We also do see we need to let each other go. So I do feel as though that's talking about that coffin energy, whatever it is that they're going through, they're really working on letting that go. So it doesn't necessarily mean a particular person or anything like that. There's just something that they're trying to let go of at the moment. But like I said, it does look pretty clear that they will be communicating that with you one way or another, and they just wanting your support at this time, Virgo. So that's what we have for you today. Let me know how that resonates for you guys. As always, you're more than welcome to check your other placements. But if this is where we leave each other, thank you so much for your time.